All right, we are live. Welcome everybody to the
Yeah.
H.A.B podcast, episode 13.
Yeah, this one is 13.
Yep. So we originally deemed last week's episode 13. We changed it about midway through the Mother's Day special. So I think we're going to start doing that. We'll just start announcing that some of these episodes are going to be specials, and then we'll do the episode number. So this is actually number 13
It's actually 13, yeah.
officially.
I
Yep.
kind of forgot about that. Like, even
I
our
did not.
label this episode is 14.
Yeah. Oh, I did notice that. Yeah,
But,
I just remember that. But yeah, episode 13 officially.
yeah.
We are doing it different this week, so doing a little bit of virtually because we all have things we're doing today. So this is how we're doing it, and we're actually
Yeah.
recording earlier in the day, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Say we're not recording at like 10:30 at night or anything.
Yep, yep. Yeah, I was just giving Owen the rundown here. This is our guest today, Owen Peterkin. Let's do our motto, I guess, and then we'll
Yeah.
take it away to Owen.
Sure.
Yeah.
Because
So we
you're
are
Tyler.
in your mic,
I am
and we're
Mike.
just and we're just a
We're a
couple
couple
guys
guys
living life,
living life,
being hater ass bitches.
being the hater ass bitches.
Yeah. So Owen, if you
And
didn't
like you were
know,
saying,
this
like
podcast
you're
is the
saying,
Hater Ass Bitch Podcast.
All right.
right.
All right.
So today we're officially assigning Owen that today, and if he chooses to go forward, he is also a hater ass bitch by proxy.
Yep, yep.
Official title.
Official title.
By proxy. So HABPBP.
Right.
Oh,
By
you might hear
proxy.
my kids in the background.
Yeah, good.
That's
What else is
that's
new?
fun. What else is new? That's what happens when you have
They've been in a
13 kids,
couple.
apparently.
All right, I
About
got
18 and a half is what Tyler's got.
Yeah. How many kids you got,
Say it
Owen?
wouldn't.
I got two.
2. What's up? Boy and a girl?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
Okay. Yeah,
that's
I mean,
fine.
it
But
wouldn't be an H.A.B podcast if it wasn't one of us yelling or talking to Finn, and then,
yep.
or like your kids just like running in and you tell them to go to bed or something.
Yep. Uh-oh.
I dig it. That means it's authentic.
We just lose Mike.
Exactly. Just staying legit.
But
But Tyler, I know, even though we both went to high school with Owen, both know Owen from back in the day.
yep.
I know you're the one who actually set up this a guest today, I guess is the right word for it.
Yep.
So if you kind of want to introduce Owen, and Owen, if you want to share a little bit about yourself,
Yeah.
we'll kind of start there.
Yeah, I guess let's go ahead and Owen, introduce yourself. Talk a little bit about yourself. Fellow Gymtown grad.
Yes, sir.
Good old,
Yeah,
good old Gymtown.
Jimmy's.
So, like, you were what when you graduated? Like the 4th black person in Gymtown? Like one of 4. And then that's not hating. Like that's being real, right?
That's legit.
Is this the H.A.B right there?
Yeah.
Damn.
Hey, I didn't create the school. I was just making an observation. A
So,
little bit of
no,
lacking diversity.
there was a group way before me.
Oh, perfect.
Right. Maybe in his graduating class, he was like,
Oh yeah, in my class, definitely, probably
Yeah.
3. Yeah, 3 or 4 in my class.
Yeah, I know when I graduated, there was like 3, maybe 4 black people in the school, and like 3 of them were related to each other.
Yeah, I'm about to say it's normally like a family.
Yeah, like
I
I
think
know
I was
the
like the only
Emersons.
solos.
Yeah, and Herman was there
Yeah.
too.
Yeah,
No, Herman's family was there.
yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Say
Yep.
His,
For a little
his
my
bit.
class was all the Emersons and all his brothers.
Yep.
Both his older siblings were there.
Yeah.
That's wild.
But yeah,
Welcome to
Yeah, man.
Gymtown.
Yep. But we'll go ahead and let you introduce yourself here. Let's take it away.
yeah. Owen Peterkin. Let's see, serial entrepreneur, if you will. Right now, I'm really focusing in the wellness space. So I've created my own wellness program. Focuses on physical health and mental health. So it's kind of where I'm at right now. Father of 2, husband, all that stuff. Family man.
All you been
Actually,
married for?
about to pick up golfing here in a second.
Oh
Big golfers over here too, man.
All right.
yeah. We're not good.
Oh yeah.
So we
Okay.
play.
I mean, I'm all right. Tyler sucks ass, but
That's true. That's very true.
But yeah, that's me. in a nutshell.
How long you been married
So
for?
8 years.
Damn, that's crazy.
8 years.
Wow.
This month.
Nice.
okay.
Congratulations.
Well,
Sure.
happy early anniversary.
No, we've already had our anniversary.
Oh,
Oh, okay. Well,
On the
I feel
16th.
my happy belated.
Yeah.
happy belated
Your
anniversary.
fact is there no facts to this place? What's happening here?
No, we just kind of go with it. We just wing
No,
it
I'm
here.
just
Yeah,
playing.
low key, man. We kind of do.
I'm
It's like
just
he's like,
playing.
I'm
We
never
kind of do
coming
this
on here
both.
again. You guys better get your shit right.
Yeah, he
What
said,
is
man,
this? What is this?
what is this
No, you're
unprofessional
straight.
ass organization?
Um, so I know that. Are you still doing the clothing business?
Yep. Yep.
Okay. How's that going?
Good. I've kind of taken a sabbatical on that one just to kind
Okay.
of revamp some stuff.
Yeah,
I've
Okay.
been
what's that called again, Owen?
living the dream.
Yep.
Living the dream.
I've
Didn't you
got
have another one before that?
yeah, idealized. That was that good. Hey, that was a long time ago. That was my first one.
Yeah,
Hey,
That
way to bring
because
us back, Mike. Way to
I
bring us
remember.
back.
No,
that's
because I remember I bought a Cubs shirt. You had a
yeah.
Cubs shirt
Yep.
that you had made. I don't know if you remember that or not.
Yep.
I met
Yep.
you at like, I think you were working at Sprint at the time over there for
Yeah.
Cass.
Yep.
Dude, that's sort of way back.
That's a OG shirt right there.
Yeah, man. I think I still got it laying around somewhere, to be honest.
That's an OG shirt right there.
Probably doesn't fit
No,
anymore, but let's be real.
it probably doesn't. It was probably like an XL or something.
Just cut the sleeves.
But
All right.
exactly.
There
See, he
you
gets
go.
it.
There you go. There you go.
Welcome. That's that Gymtown education. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But
Figure it
no, man.
out.
I think it's like when Tyler said you were coming on because, like, obviously, you know, we both still follow you on social media. And honestly, I hadn't seen any of your stuff in a while until a while back. Tyler had said, "Hey, do you still follow Owen?" I said, "Yeah, I think so." He's like, did you notice like where he's taking these pictures from and everything? Because
Hmm.
the location you were sharing some pictures from is the old East Race Muscle location there on the corner of was that LaSalle and Lafayette
Yeah, I think so. Right
there
there
in
across the
downtown
street from the
South Bend.
Taco Bell and the old South Bend Tribune.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
are you involved there at all? Is that
No,
a
it's just,
part of your company?
you talking about the studio?
Yeah.
No, it's just a studio. Like you can just rent it out, and I just rented it out that day.
Okay. See, I just wondered. That's why I wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Um, but no, man, I think it's really cool. A lot of the stuff you're doing, some of the stuff I've seen on social media, and
Hmm.
like you had said, you know, part of your business is essentially fitness and mental health,
Yeah.
which obviously, like, I don't know, I don't mean you haven't talked in a long time, but like for me, like I'm actually working as a therapist now in a mental health and addictions rehab.
Oh, that's dope.
So like I kind of wanted to get a little bit more insight from you. Like, what exactly do you feel like that is your job or your
Yeah.
um like personal mission in regards to like mental health and fitness?
So, I do a lot of surface level, right? And
Mm-hmm.
it's more of just structure and confidence, right? So
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
for me, a lot of people that come to me are either lacking somewhere in that realm. They're either lacking in confidence. They're actually, hold on, let me back up. So a lot of clients that I get are coming off of something. They're either coming
Okay.
off of like divorce, right? Or they just had a baby, or they're just trying to get back into fitness and they just can't find that motivation, right? So, and when I first started in fitness, right, was right before my son was born, so about 7.5 years ago. Um, a buddy of mine, his father had passed, who was really close to, right,
Mm-hmm.
and him and I weren't even like close at the time. We just knew of each other, and that's when I really started getting in the gym. And I said, hey, how about you come to the gym with me? Right. And what that turned into is like legit, like that's my brother, that's my ace. And what I did for him was able to use the gym and take him from a dark place to a place where he can thrive. Right. And so that's kind of where my business model for my wellness program has kind of stemmed from. Um, so for me, what I do is I want to do a deep dive into you and figure out the structure. And that's why so if you follow me, you've never seen any of my clients.
Yeah.
You've never seen
Yeah.
any of their transformations. The only way you would see them is if they have posted something and tagged me in it. because I don't do that, because everything I do is, hey, this is confidential.
Mm-hmm.
Everything you tell me is confidential. So then with that, what I can do is they feel comfortable and they can um kind of just they talk to me.
Yeah.
Which, from what I have learned with people, because I dealt with mental health, right? With you just kind of want someone to listen.
Yeah.
You don't
Very
necessarily want
true.
someone to fix it. You just want them to listen, right? And so for me, what I do with my clients is I listen, and I don't try to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
I listen and I go, hey, I understand where you're coming from. I've been there. This is something that I did to help me, and it was through fitness. And then I kind of just tied them both together. And then through weekly check-ins, I do which I actually stole this from I'm Athlete, scale of 1 to 10. How you doing physically? How you doing mentally?
That's
They
interesting.
come with anything less than a 6. Let's talk about it. What's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, it's okay to feel that way, right? When you have the single mom that is just struggling, like Ty, how many times do you have your kid just by yourself?
Uh, it varies. Last couple of days I've had them by myself.
But when you
So
do, how much stress do you go through?
it can be pretty stressful.
Right, like, so
I'll
imagine
say,
doing
don't
that
even
full
try to
time.
BS.
No, I'm not.
Imagine
It's
that full
definitely
time.
stressful.
Right.
Oh, I understand. I know it. I like to say I'm a 1%er dad.
Mm,
I think I'm pretty fired up as a dad, right? But the times when I have my kids by myself, I'm like, yo. So then to have that full time and trying to work and provide, think
yeah,
of that stress, right? Sometimes
definitely.
all you want is somebody to say, yo, this shit's hard. And for them to go, yeah, but you're doing a great job. Like, you're
Yeah,
showing up every day. And so
Yeah.
that's kind of the mental aspect of my program, right? It's helping you build affirmations for yourself, helping you get that confidence, helping you to understand, like, you can do this and it's okay to feel this way.
Yeah.
That
No,
was a
I think that's awesome,
long
man,
way
because
to get
it's
there.
so like that really does align with a lot of like stuff that like with me and though obviously the podcast is called the Hater Ass Bitch Podcast. That's kind of the
mm,
belief surrounding that like me and Tyler have really dove into is that like being a hater ass bitch isn't being a hater. Being a hater ass bitch is like
yeah,
somebody who like I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna tell you what's going on so I can help you get to that next level of whatever is going on in your life.
Mm.
Um,
yep,
it's just I don't know. It's just what we call each other, so we kind of just that's what we coined it as. Um,
yeah.
Yeah.
and like
It stemmed from a joke.
stemmed from a joke about Justin Fields, but
Yeah, probably.
but no, like I think it's really awesome what you're doing because like we've talked about it a few
Mm,
times on this podcast about like I think specifically 2 weeks ago we talked about how like for me personally I'm trying to change the way I look at fitness, the way I look at my own journey, changing it from this aspect of I hate who I am, I want to be better, to I love who I am, and that's why I want to be better.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So
that's
like,
a
and for
hundred
me,
percent.
it's yeah, it's been life changing for me these past couple of weeks. To be honest, like I like to think I'm a pretty positive person. And I think Tyler's the same way as well. We try to view
mm.
things positively. We try to take things as they are and not what we think they should be. But at the same
Definitely
time,
hard
it's tough to
sometimes.
have that I don't know look on things all the time. And I think it's awesome you're trying to
Hmm.
do that, um,
Mhm.
and that you're actively working with people in that way, man.
Well, this is how I see, like, we all have those negative thoughts, right? Like, we
Yeah.
all have. I mean, especially being in fitness. Like, how often do you look at
Hmm.
yourself and then you instantly compare yourself to somebody else? Like,
Always.
I went
Right.
through a time where I was really into men's physique, right? And I'm like, man, I'm following all my favorite Olympia guys that are my size.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here like I'm studying them, right? I'm like, yo, like, I'm eating, I'm killing it in the gym, I'm doing my cardio, my macros is right, I'm hitting it, blah blah blah. Why have I not got to that? I have good genetics, I'm athletic as shit. Why have I not got to that? And I started, like, getting down, like, really
Hmm.
bad, like, it was like, and I was getting on social media, and I'm like, yo, like I keep seeing these guys, and then I would see like younger guys that are getting to that level, and I'm like, how do? And then I realized I don't know what they do outside the camera.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what they're doing that they're not posting because social media is just highlights,
Yep.
Right.
right? They're not showing you he's injecting himself in the ass. They're not showing that.
Right.
Like, how are you getting that size and keeping abs? It's not possible,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And so I had to really shift and go. And I stopped going to the gym. I had been working out at home for a year and a half because I didn't want to be seen out.
Mhm.
Because I was talking to people in the gym, like, yeah, I'm trying to get like this, blah blah blah. And then I would have clients I'm training, and they're like, how come I'm not getting here in this amount of time? I'm sitting there thinking the same thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So mentally, like, I had those thoughts, and then I had to sit down and go, but why am I having those thoughts?
Yeah.
And why? What's the why between why am I feeling this way? Well, it's because I'm comparing myself to somebody else.
Yep.
I'm comparing my journey to someone else's journey. This guy's been doing this for
Yeah.
20 years plus. I've been doing this for
Yeah.
3.
Right.
He's on the juice. I'm not.
Yeah.
So then that kind of shifted my focus one, and that's kind of Tyler, like when you commented on um, what I posted the other day about like the fitness industry.
Yeah.
Man, and it's because I was so involved in the fitness industry and trying to follow everything and doing everything right, and I wasn't getting there, and I got depressed about it, and I didn't even want to do fitness anymore.
I will say that honestly, I kind of had a little bit of a similar story because obviously I'm a bigger guy. Definitely want to do like I'm more into the open bodybuilding. 'Cause that fits more of my body, my body type, I guess you would say. But seeing all these guys too, same thing, social media, seeing all these guys. Joey Swole was a big
Yeah.
one. I know he's big about the positivity and stuff now, but back then he's always posting these pictures, I mean, just vascular as fuck, and like massive and jacked. And it was just like, yeah, I've been training. The caption was always like, I've been training since I was 9 years old. I've been eating consistently, diet every single day, no matter what. And it's like, all right, so I did that too. And then it's like, but I started late. So it's like, damn, my thought process was like, damn, like, oh, he's been training since he's 9. I'm not getting into fitness until I'm 21, 22. I want to
Mm-hmm.
be a pro bodybuilder. It's never going to happen. And then once I found out that like, okay, they're on, the juice and stuff, it's like, okay, well, maybe it could happen. Like maybe if I want to go down that road, I can definitely do it. So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't stop going to the gym. I know you said you stopped going to the gym, but like, it was kind of different, like right there for me. But it was just like, it kind of alleviated that stress of like, okay, well, he has been consistent. He has been doing this a lot longer, but there's also other factors where it's like, okay, if I ever go down that road, I think I could do that too. So now I'm
Mm-hmm.
just gonna keep putting
Yeah.
the work in and then, go from there.
Yeah. It got to a point for me. I had looked into it. I was about to juice up,
Yeah.
but then I was talking to. I remember I think I just turned 26, and I was over at East Lake and North Point,
Okay. The
where
OG.
yeah, like
Yeah.
that was the gym, right? There were a lot of juice head dudes in there,
Yeah.
and this guy pulled me over. He was like, "Hey," he was like, "How old are you?" I was like, 26, about to be 27, and he was like, "Hey, you're at the perfect age." I'm like, "What are you talking about?" He was like, "You should start." And I'm like, "Nah, man." And like he was telling me, so like he was selling me them. He was selling it to me, right? And
Mhm.
then when he saw like I was getting geeked about it, he was like, "But there's this side of it."
Hmm.
And when he told me about that side of it, and then I started looking into it, and then
Yeah.
even Joey Soul was talking about his journey with like his sweats and stuff like that, and like
Yeah.
depression and stuff like that. Jeremy Budea, right? He's a 2-time Olympia,
Hmm.
Mr. Olympia. Same situation, like the depression, the stuff like that. Like got so depressed that he turned anorexic for a while almost. Um, People don't talk
Yeah.
about that part of it, right? And that's the
Yeah.
part that really pushed me to the direction that I'm going now, because I'm like, yo, if these people at this level who look like Greek gods come home and they want to shoot their wife because they're so depressed.
Yeah.
Right? What would that do to me, knowing what I have going on in my mind? So like, yeah, just thinking about that, like, so like, yeah, I was probably this close from doing it, and I was like, something just like tapped me on the shoulder and was like, yo, but this side.
Mhm. I think that's what exactly. I mean, if you ever do, I'm definitely still contemplating it. I eventually, at least like
Mm-hmm.
maybe test doing that at
Yeah,
least.
yeah,
Because you know, as you know, men, you get your test load or your
yeah,
testosterone
yeah,
go down. But like, I think the biggest thing for me too is like having that somebody in your corner that's obviously keeping an eye on you and like, okay, if you're gonna go down that road, I'm gonna make sure I'm watching you that way. Who knows what they're doing, who knows what they're talking about, who's also like, okay, I'm gonna watch you, and if you start doing some stupid shit, I'm gonna pull
mm-hmm.
you. Like, I'm gonna pull you out of that. And like, I think
Yeah,
that's what. I mean, if you definitely go down that road, that's definitely what you need. And I mean, I think you definitely need that in any aspect in life where it's like, hey man, I'm looking out for you, and if I start seeing you go down a dark path, like, I'm
yeah,
pulling that shit out of you. If
yeah, for
anything.
sure.
Coaching them
That
up. Yeah.
accountability, that, and
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, for my on my wellness program, that's a core value in my program. That's the thing that's gotten people to me is I'm holding you accountable. Like, you tell me you're missing a workout, I need to know why.
Yeah.
Why couldn't you show up today? It's okay. That's okay, right?
Hmm.
Now, how do we get you back on track? It's okay to fall off track, but how do we get you back
Yeah.
on? I have a
That's
buddy. He was so hesitant to start this journey, right? He was so hesitant. He was like, nah. He's like, I've worked out before. I don't stick to it. Blah blah blah. He's like, and you're doing it online, so you're not with me. Blah blah blah. He's my best client.
damn. That's
He's
awesome to
my best
hear.
client. And it's just that it's like it's that accountability. I don't want to let you down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I mean Mike can probably agree with me on this too. We have a coach. His name's Sean Lehner. A lot of the stuff that you're
Savage
saying
life.
kind of falls in Savage Life, falls in line with what he does too. It's all about the accountability. He cares more about your
Mm-hmm.
health, and I mean, obviously, he has people on the team like me, like other, you know, his own wife wants to be pro, wants to
Right.
go pro, willing to do whatever it takes to get there. But also at the same time, he's not going to be the guy that just like, okay, you want to get there, then take this, this, and this. It's going to be like, all right, let's do your blood work.
Right.
Let's get your diet right. Let's get your mind right. Let's get your sleep right. If you're not sleeping, but you're working all the damn time, let's stop that. Let's pull that back and let's get you start
Yep.
sleeping again.
Yep.
So it kind of sounds like that's some of the, you know, a lot of stuff. And that's what, I mean, that's what the industry needs. I mean, one of the reasons why I wanted to get you on, because we did talk about that, the fitness industry is a lot of full of bullshit, and we'll
Yes.
definitely get into
Yeah.
that example that we were
That's
talking
really what
about.
started the
But
podcast.
and that is one of the reasons why we started the podcast. But it's like
Yeah.
the industry and the world in general just needs more people that are more, you know, willing to care about the almost. I don't want to say little things as to like belittle them, but it's like everybody's always thinking bigger picture. What do I need to do? I need to do this. I need to go balls to the wall. People need you need people in your life to say, hey man, tone it back. You'll get there. It's a marathon, not a sprint,
Hundred
basically.
percent.
Yeah.
And that
Hundred
sounds
percent.
exactly what that's what the world needs, man. That sounds like exactly what you're doing.
See, like
So it's
the thing is, right? Because it's like I tell you, like social media is such a big part of our world, and
hmm
it only shows highlights, right?
yep,
Someone posts their 6 month transformation, and you see this person going from out of shape to freaking 8 pack. So you did that in 6 months, huh? I
hmm
know people have worked out for 6 years and can't do that. What did you do? Well,
yep,
you didn't do anything. That's your eighth grade picture, and now you're
yeah,
posting now that you're 30, and you're trying to
yep,
say that so you can get sales,
yep,
right?
Yeah.
And like I get it. It's a billion trillion-dollar industry. And it's a good industry to be in, right? But there's not enough people that do it right.
right,
And I when I started this, I said I don't care if I only have one client. If I have one client and I make an impact on that one client, that is enough for me. That's what I want to do. I want to make an impact in someone's life, right? So outside of this, I coach football, right? So
Hmm.
when I do the same thing with my kids that I coach. And that's what really drove this, man, was to see an impact of someone that you have poured yourself into, right? Like, how often are you on your phone? I'm on my phone all the time.
Yep.
Why wouldn't I do it to make a difference?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I do it to
100%.
actually help somebody? Right? And so to tie it back to the industry, right? This industry is so full of people who just want $1
Yep.
and don't give a damn about. So like the post. So I went and looked at it, and it's not the only one.
Right.
There's a bunch of the same like scam posts out there, right? Where they say you take this gummy
Yep.
and you turn from, I think the girl lost 20, 30 pounds in 25 days. Is there crack in it? Like,
Right.
how? What's in there, right? Um, and so I follow a lot of like fitness enthusiasts that are also doctors and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
And not only do I watch their stuff, like I listen to it, and it's not possible.
Yeah.
And you go through the
Unless you're on
comments,
crack.
right? And you go through the comments, and this person's like, "I bought 8 bottles.
Yeah.
I bought 10 bottles. I bought 12 bottles." Well, then that page is gone right after all these all these purchases are being made. And you're
Yep.
like,
Yeah.
but you also have like influencers in the fitness world that do the same thing, just differently. Hey, sign up for my 12-week program. You'll look like this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sign up for
See it a
my,
lot.
my 18-week program. No, when you sign up for my 12-week program, it's to get you started.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's to get you started on your journey. Will you have like progress? Hell yes, you will. But you're not gonna look like Ronnie Coleman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you
Yeah.
like literally you can go through so much social media and you'll find these examples.
Oh yeah.
They're ads all the time, right? Like, and so then what does that do to people who? So I buy it, right? I'm doing everything you said, but I don't look like that. But now what have I done? I've now developed a bad relationship with me and fitness. I don't want
Yep.
to do fitness now because I tried it,
Yep.
I gave my all, and it didn't work. Jeez Louise. Are you kidding me? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
so now you have a whole group of people who don't want to do fitness. Fitness is one of the
Yeah.
best things on this planet for you, even if it's
100%.
just walking,
Yep.
just moving your
Movement.
body.
Yep.
But I don't want to do that because I did a 12-week program and I get no results.
It's all about consistency.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
12 weeks. 12 weeks to get you started. That gets you started.
definitely
You
drop
didn't
some
be
weight in 12 weeks.
right. This is my thing, right? And I use this all the time with clients who go, this is I want to do this for spring break. Okay. Um, I asked them this too. Tell me when you felt the most confident in your body, right? And they're gonna say, "Oh man, my junior year of high school when I was doing XYZ sport, or if I was doing this and that," right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, how old are you now? Oh, I'm 32. I've got 2 kids, and blah blah blah. Okay, you're not the same person you were then.
Yep.
Okay, it took you 10 years to put all this weight on, and you want to lose in 12 weeks?
Yeah.
Make that make sense.
Never does.
Yeah.
You
I have
can't
that
do it.
conversation so
And plus,
often, man.
you're not the same person you were then. When you were then, you woke up, you went to school, you were on the
Yep.
go all day, you had practice all day, you went home,
Yep.
you killed some
Hmm.
pizza because you hadn't ate all day,
Right.
and you were back. You know what I'm saying? You're back at it. Okay?
Yeah.
Now
Yeah.
you sit at a desk, you come home, you fix dinner, you eat, you go to sleep.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like this industry is so full of that example. Like these are the people that are buying that stuff because like I need that quick fix.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly
People
it.
forget, like you're talking about people always on the go, like these people we look up to, like, yeah, you're not gonna look like C-Bum, dude. C-Bum literally works out as a full-time job.
Mm-hmm.
And we forget about that too, you know?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
The one thing about C-Bum though, man, is he is open about his stuff. It's just it's very refreshing to see in the industry too.
No,
Is like when people are open about
without a
like
doubt.
Yeah, I take stuff. Yeah, I take juice. Of course, I have to. I'm on the Olympia stage. Everyone's up here doing it. I want to be the best.
Yep.
It's not like if in it's always the people that are always like, well, um, it's like, well, I'm doing it, but maybe you shouldn't because blah blah blah. It's like you got to make your own choices, man. Like, I think that's why I respect
Mm-hmm.
C-Bum a lot, just because he's kind of open and honest and like he's not pushing stuff on people. He's like, if you want to do it, you got to do it, but you got to do it right.
Right.
Yeah.
And see, I respect that so much more when
Yep.
someone goes, "Hey, listen, like this is what I do, and this is what I'm doing. Let me give you some education on it."
Yep.
Instead of, "Hey, let me show you my program.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, look at my natural transformation."
Oh, I love that
Yeah.
word, the
That's my
natural
favorite one.
transformation. The
That's my
natural
favorite one.
transformation.
Look
When
at
they
my
throw the word
natural
natural in
transformation.
there, they're not fucking natural. It's
No.
or they put like natural in their bio. You're not natural. Come on, stop bullshitting.
Right.
Just
You
be
mean tell me
honest,
you
man.
did P90X and that's how you look now?
Like
It's
maybe
natty,
10 maybe
bro.
maybe 10 years ago people were pissed off about it, but like people are so much more open-minded now to everything. It's like, hey man, I take
Yeah.
steroids. Okay, that's cool. People realize, hi baby. People realize you still got to put the work in. Like that's what it takes. Like you still have to put the work, you still have to put consistency in.
Yeah.
Um, but I just want to get back to that the ad that we were talking about.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was telling Mike about this. So yeah, so you said it's like a gummy that people take. So what's funny about that is literally earlier in that day, what did we talk last Saturday? I think it was maybe a week
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah.
Um, Literally earlier that day, I saw like 4 or 5 different ads on Facebook for that same exact thing, and they always like take a. There's always like this was shown on Gymshark or not Gymshark, Shark Tank.
Shark
So
Tank.
Shark
they
Tank.
try to give it
Yeah.
like a Shark Tank, yeah, Shark Tank, and they always they try to give it like a credible. Okay, well these famous billionaires and millionaires are taking it, so why you should. So that promotes it, and then what they'll
Yeah.
do is they'll steal like go to people's Instagrams, Facebook, social medias, and they'll steal people's transformation videos, and then they'll try to
Yeah.
pass it off as their own. So it's like
Yeah.
all they took was this gummy, and these people actually like did it the right way. And maybe they didn't, but maybe they did. And then
Mm-hmm.
that's what they do is they'll pass it off. I swear I was hitting X, I was hitting like this is a scam. I was doing that. I think I did like 4 or 5 times. And then as soon as I saw you post that, I was like, "Are you like that is so weird?" I was like, "We got to get on here and talk about it because it is full of bullshit. Like that's what they do." And like you said, the page is
100%.
gone the next day. They get your money. You don't get shit from
Mm-hmm.
it. You may not even get your bottle. You spend 150
No.
bucks, they get your money, boom, they're out of there.
Yeah.
The fact that someone is desperate enough to think that
Yeah.
I can take 2 gummies a day
Yep.
and do nothing about it and do nothing, continue my
Nothing
regular life,
else. Nothing else.
or I slap a waist trainer on,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
and now all of a sudden I'm slim.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, that's why I think what you do is so important, man.
100%.
Is like, and that's why like mental health and fitness industry go hand in hand.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when we feel that hopeless and that down deep in the dirt that we think that we're not worth it to be able to put in the effort and put in this. I need a simple way to do it because obviously I'm not good enough to do it. Man, that's why I respect so much of
Yeah,
what you're
yeah.
doing.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Like seriously, to and honestly to see. So I've been doing this for like this is my 3rd month of actually having my program. Right, like I've trained people for years,
Yeah.
Yeah,
but this is my first time having like my official like program, and just to see the confidence of people to hear someone who's been doing it for a little bit, just to say, hey, it's okay. Like it's okay to not be where you want to be yet. You're still making strides. It's little stuff every day, and you're still making these strides. It's not where you want to be yet because you haven't got your full picture yet. But it's these
yeah,
little stuff. It's gonna add up. I promise. And just to see like the confidence, right? The confidence in people is where it's at, and to see they
yeah,
make that shift of I don't think I can do this to wow I'm doing this.
yeah,
But I can only
So,
imagine what an ad like that would do to somebody's mental health.
oh yeah.
Like like
yeah.
imagine someone morbidly obese, and they go
Mhm.
they spend as much money as they can to take this, and they've taken it for 6 months, and nothing's happening. Could you imagine a suicide rate on that?
Um, through the roof, man.
Especially someone who doesn't feel like they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And it's nothing but women. Now, that's the worst part. It's nothing but women on these posts.
Yep.
Ah,
Well, 'cause, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I don't
especially on the
know.
women's side, you don't really see like a lot of the times these fitness influencers are doing um edits and stuff like that too. We actually met a guy at the Arnold Classic a couple 2 months ago. Mike, I don't know if you remember Goob. His Instagram is,
Mhm.
I think, Goob underscore U2, and a lot of his Instagram account is just finding
Calling people
people
out.
and exposing them for editing their photos. I mean, you literally have fitness pros, and I mean, you can go to his check out his IG. He definitely there's fitness pros, pro bodybuilders, women's and men's, who literally will take professional NPC. I think it's called NPConline.com. And what they do is they'll take the professional photos and of the athlete and they'll post them on there so the whole world can see. They can get them. They can post them on their own Instagrams. You have fitness pros who are literally taking those professional photos and editing them, so the whole world can see what they actually look like, and then they'll take them and edit them. It's not like you're taking a selfie and then you can edit it. Like there's literally somebody else took
Yeah.
professional photos and they're editing those to
wow.
pass. It's like they're getting
That's
something like a
so
bigger
deep.
ass or like bigger boobs on stage, and it's like that's not
Right.
exactly what you have. So
That's
I'm not
so
sure what
deep.
you're. I mean,
Man, I
he
remember
calls it
you
all
telling me
out.
about
I
that,
started
Tyler.
following.
Yeah.
He's
See, like
he's.
me, like I try to debunk every fad in fitness,
Hmm.
right? Diets, you got to do all the like. There's nothing worse when I'm on social media and I see someone doing the most ridiculous workouts.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
like when the whole like jump push up thing was a thing, that like it made my nuts itch. Like wh- whenever do you need that?
Right.
Never.
Like,
Well,
whenever do you need to
I remember the first
go
time
ahead?
me and Tyler got in a big conversation about that was that Derrick Henry video that came out. Do you remember this,
Mm,
Tyler? He was like doing the push-ups like on the bands on the outside and had like
Yeah. He
dumbbells
was
sitting on his
bullshitting.
back and some other stupid
Bullshitting.
stuff. We were like, this is what leads to these dumbass broccoli head kids being 18 out there thinking they're C-bum and hurting themselves in the gym.
Well, what you
And
got?
their
And
kids
well,
getting sick.
the problem with that one too is you have like a major network or like a major Instagram account like ESPN who will post that
Yeah,
and be like,
right.
"Wow, Derrick
Because
Henry is so
ESPN doesn't
strong,"
want
and
mm,
they'll put the eye emoji and like flames emoji and like I always comment like you're promoting bullshit, and the amount of
yeah.
hatred I get toward, well, you're just mad because you're not that strong. No, I'm not
yes,
mad. That's bullshit. Like you're sure, okay, cool, he can do that, but like, what is the benefit of it?
So
It's nothing.
some kid is gonna get hurt because he wants to be
yes,
big.
yes. Like some kid seeing this is gonna try this because that's his favorite
Right.
person,
Yep.
Yeah.
and now he's injured.
Right.
Well, there's a guy that posts videos all the time where he's taking like the benches and he'll attach them to the chain belts and he'll do like pull-ups with them and
Yeah.
stuff, or like
Yeah,
he's up on a pull-up bar and he's riding a bike, like he's
yeah.
leaning over, and
Yeah.
it's like, what the hell are you doing?
So this guy will take like
But
the
that goes back
buffalo
to what we're
bar
talking
upside
about.
down
That's
and
the
bench
world
it.
we live in. Like it's
Yeah.
clicks and
It is
likes.
clicks and likes.
I
Yep,
like.
hmm
exactly, 100%.
TikTok world, man. TikTok world.
It really is
I
a
want to
TikTok world.
I want to risk my life for a heart.
Yep.
Right.
Like you know how many people die at the Grand Canyon trying to take a selfie?
I'm sure a huge number.
It's a big number.
I
Like
believe it.
to and you slip, I mean your whole life was gone. Like your
Yeah.
family life changes forever
Yeah.
Right. Your
For a
family's gonna
picture.
suffer because you wanted a cool picture.
because you wanted to post it and say, "Hey, this is where I was at," and you get 12 likes.
Right.
like, like, like,
Hey,
you know what
that's
I'm
one
saying?
Tyler,
higher than my
Tyler,
last post. I only got 11 likes on my last
hey,
post.
Right. But
we
I'm at the
gotta
Grand
take we gotta
Canyon
stop for
now, so I'm
one
getting 12,
second.
baby.
We gotta stop for 1 second and just acknowledge something. Owen just became a real hater ass bitch after that
He
statement.
really
That's
did.
all I'm
That
gonna
was a
say.
hater ass bitch statement right
That's
there.
exactly what that
Ah,
was.
Listen, you give me a
Though,
talent.
Mike,
Where?
I will say he doesn't follow our account yet, so that's gotta follow the.
Oh my God.
I
This
checked.
Hey,
doesn't
I
even know what
checked
to
last
talk
week, and it says still requested.
I got you. I got you.
I need that extra like on
Oh
our post,
man.
bro. All right.
I got you.
Exactly.
Automatic.
We need to go from 10 to 12.
Listen,
Yeah,
I have days. I just give out free likes.
they're all perfect. That's what we need right there.
I don't even look.
Just free
I don't even
likes.
watch what you're doing. I'm just liking.
Yeah, don't even worry about watching it. It's probably just Tyler saying
Yeah.
Yeah,
something dumb about mine or something.
No, dead serious. I get that. Like a buddy's of mine be like, "Hey, like I saw you like that picture. Did you see?" Blah? I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. It's because I was having a day where I was just like giving out free likes.
yeah. I just scroll and like stuff. That's what I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it. Just go ahead. That's probably what you
like
wanted
Tyler the other
anyways.
day. Like
I'm
Tyler,
probably,
you're
that's
yelling
probably
about that
why I'm
letter
sad.
Kenny post the other day.
Oh yeah.
Like I liked something that didn't even really realize what it was. And Tyler was like, "You didn't tell me about that." I was like, "I couldn't tell you I liked it."
I love it. I love it.
Right.
It happens, man.
Yeah. See that, but that's another thing too, and that's another thing why I don't post my clients' progress.
Yeah.
If I post you and tag you and you don't get that many likes, what does that do to you?
Right.
Tears down a little bit.
Right?
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
guilty of
Or
that.
vice versa. Vice versa. I post it, you get a ton of
And you
likes.
get too
Now what does
many
that do to
likes, and all
you?
of a sudden it goes to your head.
Oh, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good enough. I don't need to keep working.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yeah.
No. No, no, no.
Yeah.
If it's posted, you do that. I'm not gonna be the result of the reason you feel some type of way.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get that. See, I mean, like you see it all the time, like working in places like this, right, where somebody gets like they're just dealing with too much, man. They just can't really handle it. It's like, okay, like here, use this antidepressant to kind of help give you that little bit to where you can figure out how to manage it yourself again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, I feel good now. Don't need the antidepressant anymore. It's like, well, the antidepressant was what made you feel good
Yeah.
to where you were going to the gym and you were doing this stuff. You know,
And I
you
tell you
see it
what,
all the time.
I've had clients that I had to stop training because I'm not qualified to help what you got. Like your stuff is way
Yeah,
deeper than what I can help you with.
right,
And I have to respectfully say, hey, listen, I'm just not the person for you.
That's honestly
right.
respectable too, because like a lot of people will just like take their money and be like, "Well, we tried. It's you fucked up
No.
because
Well,
of you."
that's a true professional though,
Yep.
right? Like if I got
100%.
a client that comes to me, it's like, hey man, I'm probably not the right therapist for you. Let's figure out where else you can go or who else you can go see.
Yeah, and
It's
that
unethical to not do
that's a
that.
part that I want to work on is having a network of people that when I do get a client and it
Hmm.
is over what I can do, I want to be like, here,
Yeah,
but no, reach out to Mike.
right.
You know what I'm saying? What
Yeah,
that I need to do better at that one of kind of like really putting it out there. But I've been doing this for 3 to 4 months. So
Yeah.
right.
like big picture, that's what it looks like for me. Like I have a network of just people and I can help you with the three major things in your life. Cause like
Yeah,
my 9 to 5, I'm a banker, right? I work with people's finances.
You know?
yeah,
We call it financial wellness.
yeah,
Right? So for me, like my big picture is to help people with their mental wellness, physical wellness, and their financial wellness. And if
Yeah.
I can make a network of all one spot to be able to do that,
yeah,
the day I started meditating was one of the best days of my life. To
What
sit and
made
just like I call it living in my own stank.
yeah,
Sit and just the thoughts that come in your mind and just deal with them.
yeah,
Because like for me, that's what I would do. Right? Something bad would happen to me, I just bury it.
yeah.
Well, then what happens later is I start taking it out on my wife and my kids, my dog, my poor dog. Good God, y'all
Right.
call that poor guy's been rocked a few times. and and so like what I
It's
had
so
to do
scared,
for
man.
myself is I had to look in and be like, yo, like why when this happens, why do you feel this way? Uh why do you react like that? So when I started like taking time to myself and meditate, and so many people, right? You hear the word meditation, they're like, ah, that's some weak shit right there. I don't meditate. That's weird, right? You
Yeah,
think of like some weird like guru sitting somewhere doing this, right? Where
yeah,
Mm,
Right.
Yeah.
That when you hear meditate, that's what you think of, right?
Yeah.
What's really
Mm-hmm.
not is sit by yourself and deal with your thoughts
Mm.
Yeah.
and kind of talk through your thoughts.
Yeah.
And I have some clients where that's most of their workout is, yeah, they might have a physical workout, but this one's a guided meditation. This is a guided meditation to help you deal with your thoughts.
Is there
That's great though.
is there somebody like that helped you get started on the meditation thing, or how did that come about?
So, no, bro, first off, I'll just attach a link to YouTube from YouTube.
Okay,
I've got a
good.
couple accounts that I like from there. Can you back up off me, bro? Why are you right on top of me? Um, just YouTube. Like, there's a million of them.
Okay,
Yeah.
Now, what I would love to do, right? I would love to pair up with people who do it, and because on my app I do have like where I do like guided videos.
yeah,
I can do the fitness stuff all day, but to sit and do like meditation or like yoga, I would love to have just like instructors on deck where I can just sit and just make that
Oh.
content. That'd be so dope.
See, I do know some people I could probably hook you up with, to be honest with you.
Yeah,
But I do the same thing for the most part. Like I like Daily Calm. They put a
yeah,
lot of videos out on YouTube that I'll run through with clients. Because like you're saying, like the biggest piece of emotional regulation is just acknowledging the emotions are there to begin with.
mm-hmm,
Because a lot of times, like we think of coping skills or mindfulness skills or whatever, and a lot of times it winds up like just masking, or it makes us avoid. It's not even truly a skill; it's just avoidance with
mm-hmm,
a fancy word on top of it.
yeah,
Instead of saying, "All right, I'm overwhelmed. All right, I've got too much going on," or you know what, I just hate myself right now. Acknowledging how you're feeling and then saying, "All right, let's go meditate," or "All right, let me just shoot a basketball a little bit and just think about and just watch the basket, you know, the ball go through the hoop." You know what I mean? Just like breaking down those little things and just doing those things just help clear your mind a little bit and actually acknowledging the thought instead of just like, "Oh, I feel better now because I didn't think about it, didn't look into it, didn't do anything about it." But no, like I said, man, I think it's freaking awesome what you're doing and
thank
just
you.
the
yeah,
insight that you have into it. Because, like you said earlier, I know you said that you've had your own experience and your own history of this stuff, and
hmm
so have me and Tyler, man. Like we've talked about it on the podcast a few times, so like we both get it too. Like being there, being in the midst of that BS, man, like literally can alter it, and let's be honest, it can end your life.
Mm-hmm,
It's about how you. It. I don't know, I talk to clients all the time who like want to not necessarily suppress or like not acknowledge emotions are there, but they're like, I feel ashamed that I'm taking the time out of my life to go and do something about it. But it's like, but nobody looks at you differently if you break your leg and you go to the hospital. So like when your brain is sick or your brain is hurt, why is it so wrong to go get the help or get the
right.
health care, the stuff to help you with that, you know? So I think once again, like you're helping change the stigma and helping get rid of the stigma, really.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
But
Yeah, no, it's and like I said, it's dope to just see someone who you saw just down, right? Like in their dark.
yeah,
hmm
right.
And that the day where you see that little bit of light,
Hmm.
you're like, yo, let's run with that. When
Yeah.
they go, yo, I had a great day today. Perfect. What in this day made you so happy?
Hmm.
This. Cool. Let's focus on that. Let's work on
Yeah.
that. You like to be outside? Hey, the weather's breaking. Let's get outside as much as you can.
Yeah.
And and like these aren't like big things. Like, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like these aren't like astronomical things. These are just simple things of go outside.
Yeah.
If you like video games, play your favorite video game.
Yeah.
If you like, I have the most fun when I play with my children. Like, if anyone saw how me and my son played, they're like, "Yo, they're nuts." Cause like they're
These.
like, think of the last time you've been sweating out of breath. Like you're,
Right.
like that's how we get down, right? And
Right.
like that's
Right.
the most fun.
Yeah.
right? So like what people don't do because we get so caught up in our everyday life, like we almost forget the things that make us happy,
Mhm.
right?
Yeah.
And so for me, with my clients, the first thing I want to know, what makes you happy? Okay, think of diet. Oh gosh, we're on fitness, right? We're think of diet. First thing people say to you when you're jumping into fitness, well, we got to get your diet right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, why? Why do we have to get your diet right? For all we know, it might not be your diet. Could just
Yeah.
be you don't do anything.
Yeah.
You know, when I was doing in person training, first question when someone would be like, "Hey, I want a meal plan." Why do you want a meal plan? And then the look on their face, like, "What do you mean you're a trainer? Why would you ask me if I want? Why would I want a meal plan? Because I want you to eat
Yeah.
the things you like."
Yeah.
Remember how I told you I like to debunk everything fitness?
Yeah.
Dietitians would hate me, okay? Because can you stop? Are you serious right now? They would hate me because the first thing I ask is like, "What's your favorite thing to eat? Like, what's the thing you can't live without?" Mine's honey buns. I love honey buns and cookies. I love
Um,
sweets. I love
um,
sweets. Okay, like, and I'm going to eat them till the day I die.
Yeah.
But I eat in moderation. Like I
mhm.
eat
Yeah.
food because I like food. There's so much great food in the world. Why wouldn't you want to eat it? You want to be stuck to chicken and rice your whole life? No.
Yeah.
Now I can understand if you're trying to get on stage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're Susan in accounting, why the heck do you need to do that?
Yeah.
Like, that's not
100%.
going to help you. No, it needs to help you. Hey, let's take your portions down and let's get you moving around a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can still sustain your life. You can still go out and have a couple of drinks. You don't have to get blackout drunk, but you can enjoy a couple of drinks and a burger
Yeah.
and then get back to your workouts and fitness and eating decent. Don't
Yeah.
make this an everyday thing, but you know what I'm saying? Like, but
Yeah.
the fitness world, right? The first thing you see when you see something is a plate of meal prep.
Yeah.
Like, no one's doing that for their whole keto. Don't get me started on keto. No one's. You can't
Yeah.
do that your whole life.
Yep.
No.
So what happens? People do keto for 3 months. They lose all this weight, and the second they put a piece of bread in their stomach, they blow the hell up, and then they can't get it back.
Yeah.
Man,
The amount of people that actually want to step on stage and like the diet that kind of we do is very it's so small, but it makes it everybody makes it seem like that's a generalization for everyone. Like you said, Susan in accounting doesn't need to be eating 4 ounces of beef with cup of rice and like that's what
Yeah.
works for us because we work out a certain way. That way we can, because we have a
yeah,
different set of goals than people who are just like, hey, I want to feel good when I come home. I want to drop some weight, feel good about myself again,
Right.
and maybe even run around with my kids. That's my
right.
only thing in life I want to do. Whereas somebody like us, it's like I want to step on stage, I want to be shredded as fuck, and then, oh, sorry, you got your kid in the room, but
No, you're good.
uh, yeah, so I mean it's 100%. It's a different mindset. Definitely a good thing to think about too. What are people's goals? What are you working out for? What do you actually want to accomplish? So I mean that's
Yeah.
if you guys watch YouTube too, like Greg Doucette, he's an IFBB pro champion powerlifter. He kind of speaks on the same things too. Is like not everybody is wants to step on stage. So yeah, you have your people who do, whether it be powerlifting, bodybuilding, that kind of stuff. Or, you have the people who just like, hey, I've gained some weight over the years. I want to get back to feeling good. And what can I do? Like, he's a big advocate on like, I'm not going to take, like you said, I'm not going to take away the food. Eat the pancakes. Just don't
Mm,
eat 10 pancakes. Sit down and eat like 3 pancakes.
right.
Yeah.
Throw
Well,
some protein in there.
I was just watching the other day Ronnie Coleman's documentary
The king.
when he had been losing for years, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Ronnie Coleman he was just losing for years, and he went to freaking what's his name's room the day before a freaking show, and he got pizza and vodka the
Yeah.
day before the show.
Was that
Looked the best he
who's the
ever
kid?
looked on stage.
Who's that the one that gave it to him? Was that
Right? Who did give that to him?
isn't that the guy we met, Mike? Have you watched the
Huh?
documentary? What's his name? Who's the guy we met?
I've never seen Ronnie Coleman's documentary, so
Oh, you
It's on
should. It's really
Amazon.
good.
I've heard about it. I've just
What's
never seen it.
I'm blanking right now, Mike. What's the guy that we met
Flex
with the
Wheeler?
suit and the Flex Wheeler?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was Flex Wheeler.
No, it was because he was the one that's killing it all day. No, it wasn't Flex Wheeler. No, that wasn't Flex Wheeler. It was because Flex is black, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't him. It was freaking A.
I'm gonna look it up real quick. I'm gonna get away from this real quick. I'm just gonna look because
Uh,
it's gonna bug me if we don't find out.
But I don't know. I kind of had like one thing, like when you guys were talking about all that. Like I think once again, it kind of goes back to like love yourself
mm-hmm.
and like who you can be. So like
Kevin
part of that
Levrone.
is like that was Kevin Levrone did that.
Kevin Levrone.
Nice.
Yep.
Season.
Yeah, because he was pissed because then Ronnie
Like you're
Coleman
telling
started beating
someone
him.
who's on a strict diet. Strict diet.
Yeah.
Your whole time and you're not winning. But the second you throw some vodka and pizza in, you're in the best shape.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, obviously it dried him out, right? But
Yep.
but still. So then why would I take that from a regular person?
Yeah.
Like
Maybe that's something. Maybe that's that sense of joy that person does get.
right.
Is that once a week having pizza and vodka night with their family.
Like you ever ate
I mean,
good
it's a little
food
fucked up,
and
but
you
hey.
feel good?
Yeah.
Like there's a reason why people go through obesity because they're addicted to that feeling. Like food is euphoric.
Exactly.
Yeah, it really is.
Without a doubt.
So now I want to take someone. I want to tell the person who's been eating terrible their whole life. I'm gonna say stop that. You're gonna have to eat calorie dense foods, chicken, rice, and vegetables. How long do you think that's gonna last?
Not very
A
long.
couple days, if that.
Right, and then that person's gonna do what? They're gonna have a bad relationship with fitness because they're gonna think of every
Yep.
time I was in fitness, I had to do it like this. I had to do this.
Yep.
Yeah, they're gonna hate themselves because they failed.
Like fitness is hard.
Mm-hmm.
Fitness is hard. Working out is hard. Eating clean is hard. Like if it wasn't, there wouldn't be people being able to say, "Here, take this gummy,
Right.
and you'll be fine." Or Ozempic, this new like diabetic pill that's people are taking to lose weight.
Yeah, and you can
Yeah.
give it to yourself in a shot.
Yeah, there wouldn't be
Yeah.
stuff like that if it wasn't hard.
Yep.
Think about when you're under a rack, right? And it's heavy. You're not sitting there going, "Oh, I love this." You're like, "Yo, this is freaking hard."
Yeah.
Imagine Susan and accountant trying to do that every week.
I love the example of Susan and accountant.
Yeah. There's probably some poor Susan out there like, what the hell did I do to get dragged into this?
Hey, look, man, I heard
The
this podcast.
62-year-old blonde Karen named Susan.
Ready to retire,
She's
Susan.
ready to retire. She's getting.
The hell
under
did
that
I do?
bench. She got 315 on the bar above her head. She's like, why am I in this position?
How did I get here?
I don't love it. I don't love it.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it anymore.
But hey, look,
Please,
tell me I'm wrong, right? Think of like someone's weakest lip. No one wants to do that all the time.
Facts.
If you're not good at legs, you don't want to do it.
Right, like Tyler.
Leg day is scary in general. I love legs.
See, good for you.
Tyler,
But it's still scary though. Like it still scares me.
Yeah.
Like because it does hurt. It does suck
tough.
sometimes.
Yeah. Yo, like this week, I benched again for the first time in a couple weeks. And I put 285 on the bar, and I was like, bro, I don't know. I really don't want to do this right now.
Yes. Dude.
After I did it, it's like you got to remember like what it's going to be like after you do it.
Right.
Because after I did it, I did a couple reps pretty easy. My boy was like, hell yeah, dude, you're getting it back. You're doing good. Right? Like we forget about that feeling because we have to go through all that pain first.
Dude,
Right.
So I remember a few months back, I posted like no one actually likes working out. And the amount of people that were so pissed that I said that, they're like, you're giving a bad rep to working out. It's like, no, I'm not. I'm letting people know that we're all in this together.
Right.
As a community of people who want to get better, we all hate it. What we do like, though, we like what it does for us.
Yeah.
right? Like, no one wants to walk around with sore legs. If you could do legs and not get sore, I guarantee everybody would do it.
Right.
Like, no one likes that hard work. I mean, we do. We like the hard work, like what comes with it. But while we're in the middle of it, we hate that. I've never seen a runner running happy.
Yeah. Right.
Never seen a marathon with a smile on their face until they win or they get a PR.
Right. Or they just complete it. Right. They're like, God, I can't.
So
can't believe I
Susan,
did that. I'm
if
so
you're
happy
out
I
there,
did.
we just want you to know it sucks. We suck at it too. It
Yep.
sucks.
Hey, we
Hey,
get there. We all in this
didn't
together.
didn't Muhammad is it Muhammad Ali that had that quote about hating training? Like I hated
Yeah,
it every day, but I knew
yeah,
I had something like I had to do it or something like
yeah.
that.
That's
Yeah.
facts.
I butchered that probably, but
No, you're
yeah, I
good, but
mean,
that's facts, man. Like
It's something along those lines. Yeah.
when
yeah,
you're in a calorie surplus and you see a piece of chicken, you're like, God, I gotta put this down again. Like
yeah,
Yeah.
you're not enjoying that. Your food is fuel at that point.
it gets monotonous too.
Yeah, you're like, I got this
100%.
again.
Damn, I'm hungry, but I gotta go through the process of actually making the meal where I could just hit a couple buttons, put a pizza in, and I gotta wait 20 more minutes, but it'll be done.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta make the eggs, I gotta warm it up, I gotta.
Yeah.
Man, come
And
on.
so most of my clients, right? Most of my clients, they've got kids running behind them that they got to pick
Mhm.
up. They got to hurry and get out the house to work. They got, the next thing of life is happening. They don't have time to sit and meal prep for 2 hours on a Sunday. They don't have time to have a 2 hour, 3 hour workout every day. They don't have time
Yeah.
for that. So
Yeah.
my whole goal is to find ways to condense most of this. Like right now, I'm in works on trying to get my own meal prep in my app. So like one of my packages will be you'll get weekly meals sent to you.
Oh, that's awesome.
Well, why is that? Because I'm trying to make it easy for you. If I can give you 20-minute workouts and 3-minute meals that fit your macros,
Yeah.
how much easier is that for that working mom, that working dad?
It's a lot easier for Susan, I can tell you that.
Susan she's gonna be strapped after a while.
Hey man, Susan be fucking jacked up there in the
Look,
back.
hey, one day Susan walked by your cubicle, you
Damn.
double take.
I'm in love with Susan.
Right.
Come
Hey,
on
hey,
back.
hey, Susan, can you type up these reports for me? No. Okay, I'll do it myself.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mom. I'll sit down.
That's oh gosh,
Hey,
when you gave
Susan
Susan deep
turned into Muscle
voice,
Mommy Tuesday.
when you gave Susan deep voice, that reminds me of all the women out there that think that when they lift, they're gonna get huge.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna look like a man. Definitely not.
I can't. I
Definitely
can't
not.
lift. But she over here
I just
doing
want to
like
tone. I just want to
45,
tone.
45s on the. Yeah, but that's the thing. They can't lift, but they do all the freaking ass workouts. Or
Yeah,
they do hit
Yeah.
thrust, and that's all they do.
every
Sit
single
on the hip
band
thrust machine
out
for
there wrapped
45
around
minutes.
their knees.
All the bands.
Yeah, well, I don't want to get big. Ma'am, you are 100 pounds. Never in your life
Yeah.
will you get big.
You don't have the genetics for that. You don't probably eat like that.
No, your workouts have nothing to do with you about to grow.
Yeah.
I said
Right. I mean, like,
I tell people all the time, if you worked out, you and I had the same workout, we'd have two different results.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. Just preach.
I love it, guy.
Well, I mean, like for Sean, his wife Veronica, who was trying to, she should have had her pro card last year, but things
She should
happen,
have. She was robbed.
kind of. But I mean, even for her, like her transformation, like I know she just posted it again the other day. For her, it's been like 8 years. It was like
Yeah.
2014 or 2015, and
Yeah.
even then, like she wasn't like small, but she was definitely like skinnier. She's
Yeah.
fucking jacked, huge now. It's like
Yeah.
that's been 8 years of
Mhm.
every day killing it for hours on end and eating perfectly.
She
So it's
doesn't
like
look
I
like
don't
and she doesn't look like a man either.
know. Let's be honest. Veronica is fucking a beautiful human being.
Right.
Like I don't get it. It's like why do you think going and curling 5 pounds is gonna make you look like
I,
us three?
I don't know where this
Like
came
where
from,
that comes from. Yeah.
but it's the most annoying thing I've ever heard. I don't want to look all
Yeah.
muscly. Okay.
It made me look too bulky.
Oh, okay.
There's no
Ma'am,
there's
you're
no such thing.
95 pounds. How are you
Right.
going to look too bulky?
Or the vice versa. She's actually a big girl, which and you know what? That's another thing. So I have such appreciation for women, right? Um,
Yeah.
I hate the stigma around big girls. You can be big and thick at the same time.
Mhm.
You
Oh,
can be
without a
big
doubt.
and fit at the same time,
Without a doubt.
right? Like again, social
Yeah.
media has these poor women thinking like, "Oh, I'm big, I'll never look good." It's like
Right.
actually, you could look good in your own frame.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you don't have to look like a Victoria's Secret model, which no, and I say this on behalf of all dudes. Nobody really wants that. Like
Facts.
if you as big as
Okay.
a pencil, I personally don't want that.
Yeah, somebody probably does.
Oh yeah, they're probably on OnlyFans too, buying everyone's subscription.
Right.
Right.
But like a real man, dude, like guy,
Right.
not going for that. It's like, what
Without a
do I do
doubt.
with that?
You need some meat on your bones.
Like just something, just something. You
Yeah.
ain't got to be all that, but just something. So like
Yeah.
when I see like these big girls are like, oh my gosh, I need to lose so much weight. It's like you don't actually. You actually don't. You just need
Yeah.
to landscape it.
Yeah. Well,
Right.
that's something like that I've had conversations with. Actually, I think me and Tyler talked about it last weekend. Because for me, like I'm still single. I don't have any kids. But like what I've told people and they've asked me my opinion on that. It's like for me, it's like sure you can be big, but like, do you care about yourself?
Right.
Like that's what's attractive to me.
Right. The
Mhm.
It's like you can.
confidence.
It's like you can. Exactly. It's like, do you care about who you are, and do you care about like not necessarily losing weight or trying to get fit or whatever, but like you care enough about yourself that you know that like you want to be the best person you can possibly be. Like that's the most attractive trait of I think of anybody, but especially like I don't know, like for me towards like somebody of the female population.
Well, I always wonder like where people get the idea of they can't do something, right? Like,
Right.
uh, in our house, confidence is huge, right? Like, if my wife comes to me and goes, "Hey, do you like what I'm wearing?" If she doesn't have confidence when she says it to me, I instantly say no, and I'll say no. Now show it to me with some confidence.
Hey,
Mm.
hey, I feel that though.
Now show it to me with some
Well,
confidence. Okay, it's the same outfit, but you've changed how
yeah.
you presented it, and now it looks attractive because you have some confidence behind it, right?
Right.
And I don't know where, and I don't know where people get this thing of like I'm okay being okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, why would I not want to present the best version of myself to the world? Because the the people around me deserve that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Right? If you see me day in and day out and all I'm talking about is negative shit all the time, eventually you're not gonna want to hang out with me. Eventually, like, I can't. I love him to death. I can't do it. He's draining me.
Yeah.
Like, and like I'll post that like once a week. Be the best version of yourself. People around you deserve it.
Mhm.
Yep.
Your kids deserve it. Your spouse deserve it. Your coworkers deserve it. Like everyone around you deserves you to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah. Without a doubt, because like we're we're creatures of habit, and we're pack animals. So like, there's a good TED talk by his name is Peter Sage. It's called like the power of your unconscious mind and how to eliminate self doubt forever. And one of the examples he brings up is like if you're constantly surrounding yourself with like negativity, you're gonna fall into that. You could be the most positive person in the world. You're constantly using affirmations or whatever. But if everybody around you is constantly negative, you're never gonna be able to step out of that. Like if you live in a freezer, you can put as many jackets and sweatshirts and fires and whatever. At some point, the freezer's going to win.
Yeah.
It's not sustainable.
I mean, I have an
Um,
example of that. I'll go ahead. Sorry, man.
no, you're good. I was pretty much done with it. I was just saying that
Um,
like you have to change that environment for it to happen.
So, like, I'll just give you an example. I mean, a perfect example. Like I said, I'm doing the two jobs thing right now. I work at a place. I won't mention your name just in case they watch, and I don't want to lose my job, or whatever. But like,
Good.
the first one is a factory job, and like everybody there is fucking negative, and it does. Like, I do try to be a positive person, but it's like as soon as like something goes wrong there, I instantly lose my shit. Like, I get pissed off. I'm just like, fuck you, like blah blah blah, doing all this other stuff. And then like my second job, which I'll mention them, the Drive and Shine. I work at a car wash. Um, they they're extremely positive, and it actually I mean it blew me away, like how positive they are. Like, I remember the first time the manager of the location I work at called me, and he was like, "Hey Tyler, how you doing, man? It's really great to hear from you." And I was like, "Hold on, bro. Like, wait, are you like the like? There's no way somebody's that positive all the time." And then I go, and like every time I go in, I talk to him. He's just like, "Hey man, how you doing, man? Like, how's it going? Like, okay, yeah." And he's always smiling. I'm like, "How do you do that?" Because like I'm not working my career. I'm not doing what I love. I'm doing what I need to do to provide for my family. So it's like that's my mindset sometimes. Like, I know it's kind of wrong. Like, I need to be more positive sometimes, but it's like, how are you always like this?
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
man.
That,
And I can tell you because I'm a pretty positive person. Like, right? Um, obviously, I try to teach people how to be positive. So, like,
mhm,
for me, uh, no matter what situation I'm in, like, I try to be as most positive as possible because I think of a time where I wasn't that positive and how that felt. Right? How does it feel
yeah,
when
Yeah.
you're in that environment? Like, how does that feel? Like, you don't feel good. I don't want to
Yeah.
not feel good. Right?
Right.
So I think of that. Like, man, just because they're not positive doesn't mean I don't have to be.
yeah,
This is me right here, and what I might do, I might bleed off to you a little bit, right? I
yeah,
might give you a little bit of positive, where you might see like, hey man, that dude's always positive. He's weird, but he's always happy.
yeah, yeah,
Well, it's weird because it's not the environment, right?
yep,
It's
Yeah.
not that environment, and what someone's always watching me. Someone's always watching me. And especially like think of your kids, like how many times have you said something and then you hear it back from a little voice
yeah,
Hmm.
and you're like, oh shoot. My son's a spitting
Yeah.
image of me. He's just like me. So I have to be
yeah,
very cautious of what I say. Right?
mhm,
Yeah.
So I have to think about that all the time.
mhm,
So
Yeah.
I have to be positive all the time. I have to think of like, man, now don't get me wrong, right? You still have them thoughts. You still have
yep,
them
Yeah.
like, she's a bitch.
mhm,
But that's her. That ain't me.
Right. Right.
yeah.
So I'm gonna have to jump off here soon, bud.
See, I was
Oh, you're
one
fine.
thing I
Yeah.
will.
We're about we
Yeah,
got
I gotta head
about
off.
10 minutes left too. So I know Tyler
Um,
said she's got some stuff to do. So you're
I
fine.
gotta go to work today actually, but
Yeah.
uh, I'll say one of the examples too. Like, I will say is like right before we hopped on the podcast actually is um like being the biggest thing for me is instilling that confidence and that positivity in my kids too. Like I said, my son, my youngest boy, had a blowout in his diaper right before, and I had ran out of wipes. And my daughter, I said, "Hey, can you get me another little package of wipes?" But the box wasn't open, so I asked her to pick the whole box. Like, we get those massive boxes from Costco, and I was like, "Hey, can you just pick that up and bring that over to me?" Because I'm holding up his legs, so I didn't want him to move. He's got poop everywhere, and I was like, she was like trying to lift, and she was like, oh, she's like struggling and stuff. And then I was like, all right, it's fine. Like, I'll get somebody else. And then, like, I didn't say like mean, but I was like, okay, it's fine. Like, you don't have to do it anymore. I'll get your mom. And then when she went to walk away, I said, hey, Natalie, you did really good though. Good try. And I gave her a high five. So I'm like, that's something that's important to me too. Is like, I want to have my kids to have the confidence in themselves. That like, no matter what, at least they've tried.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%, 100%.
Well,
I'm huge. I purposely let my son fail on purpose so he knows what it's like.
Hmm.
We
Yeah.
I was very against video games for a long time until we picked up Mario,
mm,
and I wanted him to play Mario real heavy so he knew what it felt like to lose. because he's always on the top of his game. Like my
Facts.
son's always on top of his game, right? And so
Yeah,
I'm just playing, bro. I wanted him to know what it felt like to lose, and it wasn't from me.
yeah,
It was
Yeah.
no,
right.
like we all go through this. Like we all go through this challenge, right? Well, now you're pretty good at Mario because, and he still hates losing, which that's
Yeah.
that's for sure, us. But like
Well,
he
hate to lose,
understands it
man.
now.
Hate to lose. Yep.
Yeah,
HTO.
Yeah, we got a tattoo that says HTL, H to lose.
yeah, yeah. Whoo, chow.
Right.
That might be a whole nother. We're
But
going to get you back on and talk about that. It might be a whole nother podcast topic
Hey,
right there.
I'm down. I'm down. This is cool.
yeah, we might have to make Owen a little bit of a regular, to be honest. Just how good
Yeah.
this episode has been,
Yeah.
and just how like minded all of our personalities and our values are. I guess is the right word
Yep.
for that. Um,
Just
it
hit
just
me up and I'll try
like I
to squeeze
said,
it in.
Owen's definitely an official member of the
Yeah, he
H.A.B.
made some
podcast.
statements that definitely some hater ass bitch shit. So.
I know, right?
So I can.
Without a doubt, bro. Now, Owen, I know you said you got to get going. I know Tyler's got to go to work soon, so I
Yep.
kind of wanted to 'cause I feel like you kind of left that off with a pretty good statement there. But is there anything else that you wanted to talk about or share with our listeners before we close out today?
No, I mean, I think we uncovered a lot of stuff, man. I think
Okay.
we did the damn thing.
Yep.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely talked about a lot in a very short amount of time, to be honest.
Yeah.
If it was just me and Tyler, everything we talked about today probably would have about 3 hours.
Yeah. True.
We went up going off on other random tangents and talking
We do.
about the Cubs.
We do.
Whatever random stuff.
Yep.
But
or offending people
It's all good. It's all
or
good.
offending people on Mother's Day.
on accident. Yeah.
On accident on Mother's Day about moms.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Offended my mom on Mother's Day, but oops.
Hey, we are sorry though. We love her.
Yep. Yep.
We tried to say
I'll
sorry
do
to
that.
her, but exactly, we love her. I shit
Yep.
on my mom way more. My mom thought it was funny, but it's fine.
It was all
But,
jokes, but
it's all jokes and just having a good time.
But
yeah.
But
I gotta go.
No,
before this
and-
guy gives himself a hernia.
All
right. No, for sure, man. From the bottom of our hearts, bro, we really appreciate you, man. Great talking to you. Like I said, I haven't seen
Yep.
you in a long time. So
Yeah,
it's
man.
cool
No,
to
this is
talk
good
to you,
stuff,
man.
guys.
Thank
Keep
you.
this stuff, man.
Thank you for coming on.
For
Yeah,
sure.
for sure,
Thanks,
brother.
guys.
Thank
coming
you.
on. Yep. Thank you for coming on, brother. Talk to you soon. All right.
All right. Well, Owen, if you want to head out, you can, brother. Me and Tyler will finish up here in a couple minutes.
Cool.
Yep.
Peace, guys.
All right, bro.
Later.
Thanks, man. All right, Tyler. I think we can definitely officially say this is probably our best episode.
I agree,
on
man.
Episode 13, which I think is a good sign because 13 is supposed to be an unlucky number, and it was
Yep.
great.
Yeah, that was great. That was really
definitely
positive.
Get him on
few more
much
times
more
for sure.
often.
Yeah.
Probably get him a pair of headphones too, but I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, but I think the sound will be great. Like I said, once again,
Yep.
dude, a good episode, great time.
Yeah. Very positive.
I don't know, very positive,
He
uplifting.
fit right in.
Like I said, it was so cool getting to talk to him, and 'cause I know I'd seen some of his stuff, and like he was coming out with an app and everything.
Yeah.
But just how his stuff aligns with our vision, Savage Life vision,
Yep.
Norse's vision. Like, I think it's just a positive sign because we started this podcast really with the idea of how like the fitness culture is turning for the worst, but I think we're almost kind of proving to ourselves that like there is hope.
Yep.
So it's cool to see, man.
I agree, man. And like for me personally, like just because I get in my head sometimes too. Like I know I invited him on, but like low key, like all week I was like, oh man, I feel like he's gonna cancel. And
I was kind of
you know,
nervous.
I was
about it 'cause
kind of I was nervous, you know, because like, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I didn't think he was going to cancel. I was just nervous about it because I was like, damn, bro, I haven't talked to Owen in so long. What the fuck are we going to talk about?
Right. So like
And
that's
we went straight off the gun and off the cuff today.
yeah, that's just like I think that's just definitely our own mindsets. It had nothing to do with Owen. Like I said, I was just worried about
No,
like
for
'cause
sure.
we've always had people cancel. like on us in like our personal lives, so we're always kind of used to the disappointment. So for one, like
Yeah.
to keep in constant contact with him throughout the week, just making sure like, hey, you're still good. Yep, perfect. And I was like, all right, cool. And then like, but that doubt would creep in, and then
Yeah.
obviously, like I said, like you said, I was kind of worried about what we would talk about just because we don't get to talk to him all that often. And
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, it flowed very beautifully. So again, thank you, Owen, for hopping on. I know we had to hop off, but yeah, we're definitely going to get him on again, man, because I definitely that whole the topic we just talked about, the one that I just
Yeah.
said that could be a whole other topic. I just
Hating to
forgot.
lose.
Hating to lose, yeah,
Hate to
that's a
lose.
whole
Yeah.
whole
HGL.
thing. We could definitely do a whole podcast on that. So yeah, I'm gonna cut out of here too. I gotta get to work, but good shit. Of course, I think you're right, man. This is our best episode. We're definitely gonna start. I think we're gonna hit our stride after this one. Hopefully, people agree, and
Yeah.
still think we got some big things coming for us. And yeah, if you guys are watching this, just make sure you're showing your friends, promoting it for us as well. We definitely want to grow this thing as big as it
Yeah.
possibly can. Um, yeah, we
Be
just
a
want to
friend,
reach a
tell
lot
a
of
friend,
people,
right?
try to help. Yep, be a friend, tell a friend, like Pat McAfee says, and
Yes. Yeah.
be good people. Yep, that's all we
Yeah.
can do. That's all we can try to do. So,
Without a doubt, man. Without a doubt.
but
Definitely congrats to the Pat McAfee show on their big ESPN signing this week.
all right, yep,
Um, and then I also want to take a moment,
sellout.
though.
He's a sellout.
Shout out, shout
Sellout.
out. And,
He's a sellout.
um, but I also want to take a moment, though I'm sure she doesn't listen to this, but I kind of want you to clip it on the H.A.B podcast Instagram if you could.
What was that? I lost you there.
Um, I said if you could clip this that I'm about to say onto the H.A.B podcast Instagram page, that'd be helpful. And I
Okay.
just want to congratulate Frankie Streffling on making her NXT debut at a house show in Tampa. What I've seen on the post, it seems like you killed it. And just very proud that I've gotten to share the ring with you. I've gotten to help. I got to help you start on this journey essentially, and I'm just very proud of you and extremely honored that I got to share a ring with you. So I can't wait to see where her career goes from here.
Yeah, yeah,
So I
we'll
just wanted to
do.
give her a little bit of a shout out, just because Frankie is cool as fuck, and where she started to where she's at now, she's killing it, and I'll be honest, a little jealous that she's getting to live out this dream, but at the same time, like it's so cool to see her like doing so well and the things going so like good for her, because a lot of people go to these tryouts and never get to even have a match,
Yeah,
and she's there, so she's part of that few
awesome.
people who got to do that.
It's definitely great
So
to
I
see
kind of want
people
to give
living
her a
out their
little bit of a
dreams and
shout out.
stuff.
Oh,
Okay.
for sure, man, without a doubt.
Yep.
But all right, bro.
Um,
So I'll let you get to work.
um,
We'll end this
yeah.
episode.
You just want to tell people where to find you?
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram, Savage Guide to the Light.
Yep.
Definitely follow our the H.A.B podcast on
Yep.
Instagram.
Savage Bodybuilder Dad 23. Um, definitely give Owen a follow. I'm not sure exactly what I can look. Let me look that up real quick just to see if
Yeah,
I can. Okay, so
what his
it's
socials are.
Owen. Yep, his Instagram is it's Owen Winston. Give him a follow. And then Owen Peterkin on Facebook. I'm not sure if he has Twitter or anything like that. So go over there. It's Owen at it's Owen Winston. Give him a follow. Spreading the positivity through the fitness industry. So we definitely need more of that in the
Yeah,
world. Yep, and you'll see my
definitely thought
posts
I
right
followed
there.
him on
So
Instagram. I thought I followed him on Instagram, but I guess I didn't. So I am now too. I know I have him on Facebook.
what a
I guess that's
piece
why.
of shit.
Shit. I don't know, I've seen his
What
stuff
a
on
piece of
Facebook though.
wow, you're a piece of shit. Well,
Yeah,
that's
I
why you
know,
never
man.
saw those photos that he was taking because he posted them on his Instagram. The ones with the
Yeah,
oldies
he's
face
got a
muscle in the background.
yeah. Yeah, see, I didn't know if that was like a studio or if that was something like he was helping out with, but that's cool.
I've seen other people use it too, so I'm like, it was just funny, yeah.
Yeah,
That it was like that small play it turned into a studio. It's a big space for it.
yeah.
See here,
So they got
here
it
we
looking
are on
pretty
a one
dope.
little.
See,
Now we're going
what?
on a one little side rants again. So,
Here we are, like 10 minutes after we said we're gonna end.
yep.
But all right, y'all,
So,
we love you guys. Keep on listening.
yep.
Keep on sharing. Be a friend. Tell a friend.
Love you,
Um,
horse.
say love you guys. We'll see you guys
Yep.
later. Do it. Do it.